Hi guys, it's Katie from Created by Katie. Welcome back to a new video. I have been sharing quite a bit of things this last month with the White Pines Workshop on the Go. And I wanted to share one more thing. This was something that I had mentioned in my previous video. I'm going to be using the instructions today and making some different cards. So I've went through and I've got some different paper, and I'm using the sketches and the cutting techniques so that I can make 15 different cards. And I am working with the December stamp of the month, which is this beautiful one right here. So let's get going. I've got my papers picked out. I have some Zoe background and texture paper. I love this polka dot, and then it's got the pretty houndstooth on the back. I've got some glacier and some white, and one piece, I think, in there of the Whisper cardstock. So these are the papers that I'm going to be using, and this is exactly what I need based on the instructions that came in the kit. So I wanted to show you how easy this is so that you could use this yourself later on. So I've matched up the pattern papers. I'm still using White Daisy. For the green I have Glacier, and for the red I have the Whisperer. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them all out. Ta-da! That was quick, huh? And I have all the pieces ready. Now this is one thing that I found working with these instructions is really I only need one piece of that background and texture paper. I can get all of the cuts out of that. So that's what I went ahead and did, and I'm just getting everything kind of lined up and organized so I can get ready to start stamping. And this makes the process so much easier, and I sped things up just a little bit. I'm trying not to show you every minute little detail, but I kind of wanted you guys to see just how quick and easy this is to use your Workshop on the Go instructions and create different cards using different papers and different stamp sets. I am stamping everything in black, and then I decided I really wanted to keep things simple in this part of the process. So I'm just going to use some Copic coloring just around the edge, just to kind of give a bit of a shadow around the jar and the candle. But as you'll see at the end in the cards, I'm so glad I didn't go overboard doing a bunch of coloring or anything. I really wanted to just keep things super simple. So I went ahead and colored, like I said, just the outlines. I found that this yellow right here was just a little bit too dark, so I went ahead and I changed it and colored all the rest of my images, stamped them and colored them, and got them ready. And now I'm ready to add the sentiment, which I decided this fun little one, your friendship means everything. I thought that was cute. So these can be some great thank you cards, especially after Christmas, but I always need thank you cards. Somebody is in the background whining, so I apologize. So now that I've got them all stamped, I am ready to just start assembling. Of course, with the Workshop on the Go, it showed to decorate those little glacier strips, but I'm not doing that. I'm just keeping everything super simple. This is the best part, is I just went really simple with everything today. So I had a little malfunction there of the tape, but I'm ready to go adding those little glacier strips, and I'm ready to add in the gray panel and then the strip of pattern paper, and that will be the front of my card for card number 1. And I'm using some leftover pop dots that I had. You could use the foam tape that Close to My Heart carries, but I just had these and they were handy, and I wanted to get them used up. So that's what I'm doing there. Now I'm moving on to card number 2, And I really just wanted to use the flowers. I didn't want the stems. So I'm using a little bit of masking tape and masking off that stem part, and then I just took it off. And you can see how beautiful that is. It just is a super fun image. And of course, you could go ahead and color that. I chose not to because, like I said, I wanted to keep these very simple. And in the end, you'll see just how pretty that ended up being. And I love the font in this sentiment, thank you. I think it's very fun. And it coordinates on this little white square really perfectly with these flowers. So I'm excited to have a great group of thank you cards ready to go after the holidays. So to finish assembling this card, I have the card base, and once again, I know I've told you guys this many times before, I love having a packages of the card base and envelopes from Close to My Heart, because then it makes it so much easier to just get going with your cards. So I have the card base, and I add the Glacier and the Zoe B&T papers, and now I'm adding this panel, and that is it for this card. That one, super simple. And I will finish assembling the rest of those and move on to the third and final card. Aren't those fun? Oh, I'm excited. They're just so pretty. So this is the smaller white panel, and I decided to go with the small candle and the little lights that kind of flicker out from behind it. And once again, I'm just keeping it the line image, keeping it simple, not going crazy, adding some color. This is canary. I'm adding that behind the light there, and that is pretty much it. So I'm going to get the rest of these stamped up with the color and get ready to assemble these. And this card is nearly done. I kept all of the stamping super simple, and that helped in making things go a lot quicker. I'm adding the B&T paper to the Glacier cardstock, and then there is a strip of the Whisper cardstock, and then there is the little white daisy strip, which I'm going to punch and make some little flag edges or ends, kind of a little banner, and that will go on top of the gray or Whisper cardstock there. And then when I stamp the sentiment, you'll see how they line up, and it makes it look like a fun little ribbon. It's very cute, I think. So I hope that if you guys have any of our workshop on the goes, not just the white pines, that you will be inspired to go ahead and create a different set of cards, totally different. These ones are totally different than what was shown in the White Pines card kit. So I'm really excited to be able to use that as kind of a jumping point and just have fun with it. So there are my 15 cards, 3 of each design. I've got them all finished. I added some staples to this one. Like I said, you could color, you could add bling, you could do whatever you want, or you could just keep them simple like I did today, and it took me about 20 to 30 minutes. I know I sped things up for the video, but it really didn't take that long at all to go through and create these cards similar to these ones here. And now I have a great set of fun cards using some different papers. I used the sketches. You could just use the sketches if you wanted to. You could figure out what pieces you need to cut and mass produce even more cards if you wanted to. So I appreciate you guys stopping in and hanging out today. I'm a little bit rushed this morning as we head out for basketball, and I tried to avoid distractions, but the animals were here enjoying me. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video and that you come back later on. Have a great day.